And no, I'm not your freaking doctor. Do not ever ask me to buy anything illegal. Zero chance do I want to do that. Coach Greg, and today we're going to talk about Anavar. What you need to know. What decision should you make? Should you take it? Should you not take it? What happens if you take it? The legalities, the side effects, every single thing you ever wanted to know about this, okay? Why Anavar? Well, Anavar is one of the most popular anabolic steroids in existence. It's one of the most sought after by both men and women, and we're going to get into exactly why, okay? First of all, is it legal? Is it illegal? It depends on your country. In Canada, steroids are legal to have, but you can't sell it. If you find it on the street, you can keep it and use it, but you can't sell it to other people. In the United States, it's a class 3 drug. That means you can't have it unless it's prescribed by a doctor. So you see the loophole. In the United States, they actually prescribe Anavar. HRT clinics do it all the time. I coach a lot of people who are given prescriptions by doctors. It's deemed as medication that they need it, okay? So that's kind of the loophole. United States, you can get Anavar from a doctor. It's legal. But you can't just have it and use it on your own. It's illegal in that sense. Canada, class 4, you can use it, but guess what? My doctor won't give it. Nobody's doctor will give it. Because in Canada, they're really strict on what the doctors will give you. But in the United States, a lot more lenient. Other countries around the world, some countries it's totally legal. No problem. I coach people and they just buy it anywhere, no problem. Other countries, nope, not at all. Just think of marijuana. Canada, I go buy it at the store. No big deal. It was a class 2 drug a few years ago. Serious criminal offense. Serious trouble if you had marijuana. Now you can go buy it. No problem. So you can see how laws all changed. You can't use it in sporting competitions that are drug tested, okay? It's cheating. It is. It gives you an unfair advantage. Who uses Anavar? Basically, anybody could potentially be using it. You can't tell by looking. You can't say, oh, look at that guy, he's ripped. He must be on Anavar. You can't look at that guy and say, he looks like a piece of poop. He's probably not on Anavar. No, you can't tell. Both men and women use Anavar. And Anavar is an anabolic steroid. You think, oh, but she's really good looking. She's really hot. She's gorgeous, that girl. She doesn't have a deep voice. No way she's on Anavar. That girl could just as easily be on Anavar as not. Extremely popular drug in bikini competitors or any girl that competes in fitness. Or in any model, or any Instagram model, or any YouTube personality. Anybody that's into looking good, which is almost everybody in the world wants to look good, could be somebody that's taking Anavar. It's not just girls that are, and they look like Hulk Hogan.
We may have a penis.
What doses are being given? Well, doctors in the United States are typically prescribing 15 to 30 milligrams. That's all it really takes to make a significant difference. What happens when a man takes that much? More testosterone is becoming bioavailable, so that more testosterone that your body's actually making, or the steroids that you're injecting, the testosterone you're injecting, is actually being used. It makes it more effective, and it adds to the strength of the cycle. So if you add even that small dose, let's call it even 10 milligrams, it's going to make whatever you're taking work that much better, okay? So it works. It builds muscle. It makes you a lot stronger. It doesn't hold a lot of water. You're not going to get gyno from it, okay? Women, higher doses, yeah, you might get a deeper voice over time. There might be some growth in the downstairs area. Things happen. It's not 100% safe, okay? You can have liver enzymes go up. Out of all the people I've coached, I've only had maybe 1 or 2 that had really elevated liver enzymes at those doses where really they had to stop taking it. Even though it was prescribed by a doctor, it wasn't really healthy for them, okay? So I compare alcohol's dangerous effects on the liver to like drinking beer. If you drink 1 beer, 2 beer a day, is that gonna kill your liver? Nope. Is doing 10 or 20 milligrams of Anavar a day going to kill your liver? Nope. It might. A couple of people in the world probably can't have 1 or 2 beer every day. 1 or 2 glasses of wine a day going to kill you? Most likely not. Could it? Maybe. We don't really know. So just keep that in mind. Is it really safe? It depends, dose dependent. So be careful, don't take too much. What are the doses for men compared to women? Okay, it's about 10 times stronger in a woman than in a man. Okay, so if a girl's taking 5 or 10 milligrams a day, they can expect to get the similar kind of results as if a man were taking 50 to 100 milligrams. So when you ask a girl and they're like, I'm not taking much, I'm only on 10 or 20 milligrams, just add a 0 and say, is that a lot? So a girl's taking 10 milligrams. If you took 100, would you feel it? I take 20 and I feel it right away. I love it. I do. I'm just being honest. What doses have I typically taken? 60 milligrams a day for me is a really good dose where I'm like really loving its effects. I've taken as high as 100, not consistently. It's too much really, but 60, man, it makes a big difference. It's not going to turn you into Superman, but it's certainly going to make you feel a lot stronger. It really does work, okay? Not saying you should take it. Obviously, don't break the law, and obviously, only take it if you get a prescription from a doctor. Not encouraging you to take it at all. What results would you get? Well, from talking to a lot of people and coaching a lot of people, 5 pounds of muscle, male or female, in like 3 months, that's kind of a typical range of growth. You're not looking for the 10 plus pounds of muscle here. That's typical. Now, what is the problem? If you just take Anavar, your own body's production of testosterone goes down, okay? Your body's making tests, it's here. If you take Anavar, it's going to go down. So then when you stop taking Anavar, your testosterone used to be here, it's now here. That sucks because you want it back up. If you gain 5 pounds of muscle and you stop taking it, you're slowly going to lose that muscle. Now, it's not all going to go away unless it's above your genetic limit. Anything past your genetic limit, you can't keep. So if you've been training for 15 years and you're 180 pounds of muscle and you're awesome, and you put on 5 pounds of muscle for Anavar, it's all going to go away. All of it. Every single pound is going to be gone. But if you're more of a beginner and you add it and you take it and you stop, you're not going to lose all of it. You're probably going to keep half, okay? The closer you are to the genetic limit, the less you're going to keep. The further away, like newbie gains, the more you're going to keep. Just keep it simple. That's how it's going to work. What about strength? It's going to make you way friggin' stronger. Same as the muscle mass. Expect to put on 50 pounds on your bench press in 3 months. For men, women are not going to gain that kind of strength. But for men, 50 pounds. For women, probably half of that. It's a huge increase in strength. It's going to make you more pump. The pumps are absolutely incredible. You just feel good. You feel good driving your freaking car. You're like you're driving the car and you want to like turn the wheel because you want to feel your arm flex. I miss it. I'm not on it and I'm talking about it. And I'm like, man, that stuff was good when I took it. So yeah, you just feel it. You feel the power. You feel the power. It's in your body. You feel it coursing through your veins. Okay? I don't want to make it sound too good because I don't want you all to go and try it because you need to get it only from your doctor. Why is it that people like Anavar so much? Why do women like it so much? It's because it's very low on the androgenic scale and higher on the anabolic scale. You say, well, what the heck does that mean? Androgenic is like the aggression and the part where it makes you turn into a man, like growing a beard and stuff. Do you think women want androgenic drugs that make them grow beards and have deep voices? Or do they want bigger biceps? We need the bigger biceps, but we don't really want the beard. That's what the women are saying. Okay? So it's highly sought after by women because there's a lower chance of it turning you into a man. What it does is it slowly turns you into a man. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. If you want to turn into a man, you can turn into a freaking circle if you want. I don't care. Triangle, whatever you want to be, what shape you want. I don't care. But I'm saying, if you want to be womanly and stay womanly and not have masculine features, you got to be careful. If it's androgenic, it's going to do that. And remember, even though Anavar is low on that scale, if you abuse it, if you take too much, it's still going to change you. Slowly over time, you're going to be more and more manly. It is. It's inevitable. So even if your coach is saying, oh, just take 25 milligrams a day, it's not too much. Remember I said it here first. 5 milligrams is a lot in a girl compared to nothing. You're going to make way more gains. Way more gains. You take 5 milligrams probably 5 times faster are you going to build muscle. 10 milligrams, you're probably going to build muscle 10 times faster than you would have on your own. That is a lot. That means in 1 month of training with 10 milligrams, you'll probably gain the same amount of muscle as you would have in 10 months without it. Anavar is not a freaking fat burner, people. Do you know how many people write me and say, I want to take Anavar because I want to go on a diet and burn fat? It's not a fat burner. It's not. Nobody asks, oh, I'm going to take a fat burner. I'm trying to build muscle. So why do you take a steroid to burn fat? It's not a fat burner. It is not a fat burner. How many times do I have to say this? Anavar doesn't burn fat. It builds muscle. It's an anabolic steroid to build muscle. And guys, if you have a girlfriend and you want her to look hot, you don't give her Anavar. That's to build muscle. It's not going to burn fat. You don't just say, hey, take this and pressure them and push that. A lot of times girls are taking these things because their boyfriends have told them to. Girls haven't done as much research. And sorry, girls, to offend you, but most men know about steroids more than most women. It's not because men are smarter than women. They are not. It's just men seem to do more research on this. I only have 9% of my audience is females. 91% are males. So I would argue that men are smarter than women because more men are watching my channel than women. And there is a freaking direct correlation between the amount of videos you watch by Coach Greg and your decrease in body fat and increase in muscle mass. It's been proven. It's been proven by science. A meta-analysis was performed by Baby Dinky and Gert, and they did come to this conclusion repeatedly over and over again. You know it's true. So watch more of my freaking videos. When you take Anavar, you build muscle. And if you lower your calories, you're going to burn fat. So you could build muscle and lose fat at the same time. But it's not because Anavar is a fat burner. It's because you're in a freaking calorie deficit. You need to be in a deficit to lose weight. If you do take Anavar, you need to get blood work. You need to get checked by your doctor, but of course you are because it's being prescribed to you by your doctor, right? You're not doing anything illegal. You're certainly not breaking the law because no one would do that. Don't do that. So when you go to your doctor, make sure the blood work comes back good. If your cholesterol's out of whack, if your liver enzymes are out of whack, if your voice, if you're a female, starts crackling and you think you're sick, get off this shit and get off of it right away. Not in a month, not in 2 months after the show's over. No, it's not worth the permanent changes. And do you know how many people take Anavar? They get into the fitness scene. I want to look better. I like working out. 3 months into it, they're on Anavar. Then guess what? 3 years later, they don't even go to the gym or work out. And they're like, why did I do that stupid stuff? And now they have a deep voice and they look like crap and they're regretting it. Not fun. Okay? It's one thing to get the acne side effects like acne. Nah. Honestly, frankly, who gives a freaking shit? Acne. Ooh, I get a couple pimples. That ain't permanent damage. Acne is not like a freaking tattoo. The tattoo is with you for life. Acne is there and then it's gone. To me, getting acne is like dyeing your hair the wrong color. You didn't like it. Nah, you go back next month and you dye it back. That to me is acne. You go on Anavar and you get acne, and you hate it, and you stop and then it goes away. Do you need Anavar or PDs, SARMs in general to look good? No, not at all. Can you do it natural? Abso-freaking-lutely. Am I saying that Anavar doesn't help? Of course not. Of course it helps you build muscle. Does it help you get ripped? No. Calorie deficit helps you get ripped. Anavar is not going to help you get ripped. You can't take Anavar and just think, oh, now that I'm on Anavar, I'm going to get ripped. No. Now that you're on Anavar, you're going to be able to train and grow muscle faster. Anavar allows you to go and grow muscle more than what your genetic limit is. That means whatever you were born to be, you're born to be 170 pounds at your limit with 10% fat. It's going to let you get up maybe 10 pounds above that if you abuse it with a lot of it. Maybe 10 more pounds. So it helps you get better than you could have. It's not like, oh my goodness, night and day. Oh my goodness, I can't believe how much bigger I am. You're not, in other words, you're not going to look like a professional bodybuilder from just taking Anavar. For a woman, it's a completely different story. If a woman takes a man's dose of Anavar, like my dose, 60 milligrams, they're gonna grow like ridiculous because that dose in a woman is 10 times stronger than in me. So if I'm feeling it at 60 milligrams in my male body, imagine what they're feeling like in their female body. They're certainly feeling like a man, and they're certainly growing muscle like a man. And at the end of it, they're gonna have the same kind of muscle that a man would. But they're not gonna look like a woman, they're gonna look more like a man. That's the trade-off. You abuse steroids for too long, that's the trade-off. Even the safer ones are not safe in higher doses. What about prices and costs? I didn't talk about that. Anavar is expensive. It really is. It costs a lot more than things like D-ball and Anadrol, T-ball. It's one of the more expensive steroids. But expensive to what extent? Okay, well, for women, it's not really an expensive steroid because they don't need much of it. For men need a lot more, so it gets very, very pricey. And the prices depend on the source. If you're buying it from your doctor in the United States, HRT, you could easily be spending $10, $15, $20 a day on this, easily. In Canada, you're not going to get it from a prescription, so you have to get it underground, which is obviously going to be cheaper. But guess what? This becomes another problem. Half of the Anavar out there is fake. Half of it's fake. So when you think you're buying Anavar, you're probably not. There's a good chance it's not Anavar. It's probably something cheaper like Winstrol or D-ball. Why? Well, it's not regulated, and people selling it are trying to make more money. So rather than selling you Anavar, well, why don't they sell you D-ball? You're going to make double the money. It's not regulated. It's underground. That's the danger. You don't always know what you're getting. If you get it from a prescription from your doctor, you know exactly what it is. But it's going to cost you a lot. And if you're abusing it, and trust me, people find out ways. They get it from their doctor, the 3-month cycle, and then they use it all at once. There's ways to abuse it. They do it all the time. Trust me, I coach enough people, I know what they're doing. Everyone wants to know about hair, males and females. Yes, you might lose some freaking hair. If you're taking steroids, taking SARMs, hair might fall out. It may. If you're taking something that's causing harm to you, stop taking it. It's not rocket science, people. Anavar is not more dangerous just because it's a steroid compared to SARMs. Even though SARMs are not technically steroids, they're selective androgen receptor modulators, it doesn't mean it's more dangerous. Anavar is actually safer than most of the SARMs. What does that mean? I mean, if you did your blood work and you took Anavar and did your blood work and took SARMs, a lot of people's blood work with Anavar would come back better. Your doctor would say, wow, your blood work isn't that bad. What are you taking? Anavar. Versus, wow, your blood work isn't that good. What are you taking? SARMs. A lot of SARMs are more dangerous than Anavar. Just pointing it out there, just throwing it out there, because all you guys that are taking SARMs thinking, oh, it's the safest thing in the world, and all of you people saying, oh, I'll never touch a steroid, I'll just do those SARMs. It doesn't make sense, now does it? Be extremely cautious, okay? So I'm very careful with this video. This is not an ad to take steroids. It is an ad to say, do not take them. However, some of you will do it regardless. And if you do, educate yourself, be smart, tell your doctor, and always healthy, always keep health your priority. I can't believe how big I was back then. It's funny to me because you see yourself in the mirror on a daily basis, and I'm like, I look pretty big. Like, I have a good ego. I feel like I look good. I look big. I feel pretty ripped. And I look, I'm like, man, I was big, like really big. Do I miss being that big? No, not really. I don't really miss it because I bet if me and that guy got on a bicycle, he'd probably be tired in 10 minutes and I'd be like, what's wrong, 41-year-old Greg? I'm 44 and I'm in better shape than you. So I don't miss like looking like that. Although it looks cool, I don't really need to be that big. I would like to have no injuries. I'd like to have not this tricep injury thing and my hips better. But anyway. Ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette IP Pro. Leave your comments below. Let me know if you want more of these videos. I can do a lot of these videos some more. I used to do them in the past. I haven't done as much. Let me know if you want more of these videos. And Bloop It Up 2 videos. Please watch these. And until next time, I am out.